Good morning. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Executive Insights.
The most informative stream for aspiring and growing entrepreneurs.
I am the CEO of VaseTime and the founder of VaseTime Foundation, Gervais Nelson, alongside my amazing co-hosts.
Hey, I am Marie Rose, CEO of Rosebud Studios and president of Rose Petals to Success.
This week we have 3 amazing questions. Marie, please tell everyone what they are.
Okay, question 1. If you could only give one piece of advice about choosing a business partner, what would it be? Oh,
I like that.
Okay. And question 2. How did you build trust with your first customers or clients when your brand had no track record yet? Question 3. What's one internal system or app you've implemented that significantly reduced chaos as your business scaled? Oh my gosh, these are good. Please remember that everything, as we say all the time, is general advice based on our personal experiences within our business. And we want to make sure that the advice we give you is custom to your needs for your business. So we highly suggest that you book a one-on-one with either myself or Gervais so that we can work with you to meet the needs of your business.
All right, with that said, feel free to drop your comments, your likes, be for sure to share, and of course subscribe is free, so why not? With that said, let's share some executive insight. Question number 1, this is for our new to business, thinking about starting a business type of people, aspiring entrepreneurs. If you can give one piece of advice about choosing a business partner, what would it be?
Okay, so first of all, I feel like you have to be aligned with the person. It's not something that you can create. It's something that you have to naturally have, and I think it's something that you know when you see. I don't think it's anything that could be forced. I think it's just something like there's people who are in completely different industries, and when they come together, they know that they need to be collaborating on something. Yes. So it's just an energy that you feel, and you know that that's a good fit. If you come to the table with a person and y'all want to be partners and all the ideas come off as, let me think about that twice.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I never heard of that. Anything you can think of that may be hindering the progress of the business, I don't think that that's a good connection for me. I think some people, you just come to the table and you say your idea, and they don't necessarily maybe have thought of that idea before, but they give their input, and now you've created a brand new idea. I think when two great energies come together, that they create something together, bringing in 2 separate ideas to make something grand. That's the biggest thing for me, because I'm always talking about energy. That's the biggest thing for me when saying what to look for when you're finding a business partner, is that you're aligned.
For me, it is, I love all that, first off. But something you hit on that made me think about it was, when you're looking for a business partner, make sure it's built on qualifications and not relationships. So many times people go into business with like, oh, that's my cousin, or that's my man, or that's my homie from back in the day, and we've been friends since 20 years, 30 years. And what qualifications do they have? Are they going to be an actual asset to your business or a liability? Like, are you constantly going to be checking behind them? They're supposed to be in charge of the payroll, but they don't know anything about payroll. So that could backfire on you. So just make sure they're qualified for the position that they're in. Even if it is a friend for 30 years, maybe they're just in charge of the merchandise because they just dress nice and they have good ideas about clothing.
Yeah.
But you don't want to put that person ahead of your HR. So make sure they're qualified based on the position that you're actually going in business with them for, to be an actual business partner. Question number 2, this is for our people who are new to business, our new business owners. Just started, everything going great. Congratulations on that EIN.
Yes.
How did you build trust with your first customers or clients when your brand had no track record yet?
I think it's all about what we speak about so much, right? Being authentic. Because the new product doesn't sell itself. You sell the product. Usually people fall in love with you or whatever you create, your love in your business, your energy in your business, your relationship building, your customer service. That is all the personable part of your business. That's what people fall in love with. That's why there's so many different brands of the same product, because it's something about that brand that the people fall in love with that makes them want to purchase. Not necessarily the product all the time. I think that's how you build trust in your clients when you don't have, track record.
Right.
Because your communication and being knowledgeable and understanding and confident in how you speak about your product, even if you don't even have a physical product in hand. How is there so many people that can drop ship? Mm-hmm. They don't have products in their hand. They have a company drop shipping it for them. So I think you're confident, being knowledgeable, and your customer service is how you build your track record.
I'm actually going to elaborate on that in the same token of speak to their problem with solutions. So that's the knowing part. That's like the customer service part. And just keep speaking to the problem and how you can solve a problem. And then don't oversell. Like, don't promise them that you're going to do this, and this.
Yeah.
Just stick to the facts. You have a problem. I have a service that can solve your problem to give you a solution. And then when it comes time, over deliver. So you only said that you would do, a few things right, or you would make a change to solve their problem. Do those things and add a bonus to it. So like for me with landscaping, when I first started, and even now I still do it, I'll work on a project, and something I'm big on is gifting the client something at the end. So if I'm gonna do an install for some plants, some flowers, or different things like that, I'll gift them a garden set, or I'll gift them like a water bucket, something that they can water their plants with, or different things like that, or I'll gift them some flowers, just because I know you only had in budget to get a couple shrubs, a couple plants. Well, if you look over here, I threw in some additional lavender over here as well. So just that extra touch, that's not something I promised them. It was just something I delivered extra on, and that little extra builds that trust to say, wow, they actually went above and beyond. Question number 3, this is for our people who have been in business for a while, established business owners. You're looking probably for some new energy, something get you out of that stagnated space. You've been in business for a while. It happens to all of us. So with that being said, question number 3, what's one internal system or app you implemented that significantly reduced chaos as your business scale?
Okay.
Great question.
Yes. So recently, within like this year, I implemented my CRM system, my automation system, whatever you want to call it, that I talked about before, Pipeline Pro. And that has simplified, right? Okay.
Simplified it, you got
it. Simplify the process. So, because everything is in one place. So for me, I did not like to move on to different apps. Starting my business, I had my Gmail, then I had my email, my Outlook. I had my Google Workspace. I had my invoice system. I had my social media. I had an app to do my automations.
Wow.
I had an app to do, yeah. So now I have all of that in one place. I have my website, my automations, my phone numbers, everything, my invoices is in one place for me. And it's so much simpler. So even when I implemented this system, I realized it was me. I had trouble letting go because I was using the system, but my email was still outsourced. My calendar, I was operating off of 2 or 3. So I realized, okay, this within the last couple of months, my operations lead is who encouraged me to let go of that and come into one system. And it's so much easier. Everything is there. Somebody can literally hop in my space tomorrow and know what has happened with this one client for however long.
A good one for me that has significantly changed things for me is Google Meets, Google Calendars. Google Calendars allows me to schedule, have people schedule, invite me to things. I can say no to things because I can look at my schedule in advance to say I'm actually busy at that time, I can't make it, or that's too far away for me to get there. So from a chaos standpoint, for me personally, Google Calendars is great. It syncs up with my work schedule as well. And any emails, so if I get a Zoom call or something like that, that actually plugs in as well. And that has been a real game changer for me on a grand scale for me personally. For the business, as far as chaos, Asana is great and the Monday app is phenomenal. So I can schedule out multiple projects, multiple different things that have to happen, and I can communicate with everyone on my team so we all know, don't move forward on this yet, we're waiting for this to happen. Okay guys, invoice received, down payment received, get ready to do this is going to happen on the 14th, you guys get ready, this is going to happen on the 16th, and we're all going to pay out on the 17th. So it's like the way we can communicate now without picking up a phone. I don't have to text multiple people. I don't need to call a Zoom and wait for everybody to join in. Everything is to the minute. And then it's not all me just doing all the communication. When one of the guys finishes a job or part of a job, that part gets put to complete, and then the next guy can go right in and say, okay, I'm ready, I already got it lined up. So I love the Monday app for that purpose, and it's reduced a lot of chaos. All right, bonus question time. Moment of transparency. Let's see what we got. Entrepreneurship comes with highs and lows. Let's have some fun with it. We've been having fun today. If your leadership style were a song, what would it be and why? How about that one?
I'm just gonna say the first thing that popped in my head.
That's the
I
whole
feel like that should not be the song. So I'm gonna say the second one that popped up after that. But Ludacris Move, that's popped up. But and the reason being is because that's how I feel. Like I just move, like, and everybody move out my way. But at the same time, vibes, good vibes is another one for me, because that's literally when I feel like it's too much chaos in my buildings. When I feel like people are moving too many different ways, people are anxious, there's a lot of anxiety going on, I'm getting too many questions or complaints or things, tasks at one time, I feel like I just gotta like relax and zone out to like some neo soul and recheck the vibe of my buildings. And I mean, people have seen me on social media do it, but I will walk through with scents and sage, and I do everybody's doors. So I literally have been seen on social media doing that. But that's what works for me. And without getting too spiritual, but yeah.
It's a Drake song. Everybody who knows me, and I'm like a huge Drake fan. Can't help it. The song Can I? It's like one of the slept on songs, but it's like one of the best songs that he has to me. It has like an ad-lib of Beyoncé. She's just like, it's almost borderline annoying, because she just keeps saying, can I, baby? Can I? And she's just saying the same thing over and over and over again, but it has like this, you would think it'd be annoying, but it's actually so consistent, and it's so like, the quality of the sound is just like perfect. And I think that's me, like I'm constant, but the quality of what I'm saying is actually so dope.
I love that.
And then you got Drake. He's not even rapping on the song. He sounds like he's talking, and like it just is what it is. Like he just flowing, like he just doing his own thing. He talking, he riding with the beat. So you got her constantly poking at you, and then you got him just talking, being smooth, unfazed, and unbothered by everything, and it just all meshed so well.
You was prepared for this.
No, listen. I'm an audio person.
You had to be prepared for this. What?
Screen's black. Screen's black.
Okay. All right. I really love that.
I love music.
I love that.
If you guys know me, I love music. I love art. I see things. I'm one of the people that dream in color, as they say. So when I hear the beat, the beat is actually talking to me, type of thing. So that song, I like everything that's on the B track, the B side. For anybody that's of age and know what the B side is, I'm talking about the cassette, side A. Everybody loves side A, but you flip it around, nobody really take that tape out and flip it to the back side and start listening to the songs on side B. Everything on side A goes to the radio. Side B is where the artist actually digs into their actual music and their artistry. So I always start on the B side first. I like to hear the tracks at the end that's not on the radio. And that Can I song is just something that it shouldn't calm me down, because the music is just so chaotic, but it's like a symphony of those two artists coming together, doing what they do best at a high quality.
Okay.
Any shout outs, close outs, final words, plugs before we go?
No, surprisingly.
Me, that I wrapped up today. We had our 3-day, I guess I do have a shout out. Shout out to Men of Courage and all the young men there. We finished up our 3-day program today. It was phenomenal. I cannot wait to hear or to be able to post the feedback from the young men who really took away a lot. They actually, the way they bought into it, the way they worked, they came with a whole new attitude. They gave me everything, like they totally bought into it. First they were being cool about it, didn't really, but once we got rolling and they got engaged, they couldn't help it. It just took over them, and once the conversation happened, they bought in. They loved the class. They had huge takeaways. They're dreaming bigger than when they came in the room, and honestly, it motivated me to keep going and want to do it more. So thank you, like I said to them, thank you to those young men for making what I do, what we do for Men of Courage and Base Time Foundation worth it. And I know Rosebud also has her thing as well. So when we do these things and the kids buy in, it lights a jolt in us and it makes us want to keep going. So it was just really, really good to say.
And I do want to shout you out for your presentation last week with the youth, because that was really impactful. And I really wanted them to show you that. So I hope you got that from them, because they didn't know that was going to happen. They didn't know what they were walking in the room to or anything. So they were really impacted by that. And people were upset that they missed it. So thank you for doing that, because it really makes a difference. And so right now, as you said, Rosebud, because it reminded me, so we are having a huge celebration for them as they graduate in May. And May 24th, we have a new partner, Rose Petals of Success. Our partner is Gift of Life, which is a huge organization, donor organization, and we are incorporating that with a day retreat called Brilliance and Balance, or Balance and Brilliance. And Balance and Brilliance will be geared towards CEOs to have a day of balance and brilliance. We'll have massages, we'll have healthy meals, we'll have different things to celebrate the CEO, and also incorporate an education piece, but have the youth be able to be there and to present what they learned throughout the cohort and present them with their certificates.
All right, guys, with that said, you can join us every Sunday for a fresh new episode of Executive Insights. Be sure to subscribe, stay inspired, keep creating. Have a good week.
Bye, y'all.